gusto mong maiwasan, kailangan mo talaga mag-prenuptial agreement.
Minsan, hindi na rin sila naniniwala sa kasal.
Correct, oo nga. Wala nang legality.
Wala nang papers lang yan. Parang yung sinasabi, usong-uso yan.
Alam naman natin sa Pilipinas, hindi, wala pa ring divorce.
Okay.
So, paano yun sa Pilipinas? You're still considered married? Hello everyone! This is Elizabeth Velasco from the Velasco team of Remax Gold, and this is
Alvin Reyes with Supreme Lending.
Hey, and we do have a guest today,
Come
which
back.
is
Come back.
welcome back, Attorney Vic Osorio. We have a controversial topic.
Sobrang controversial. It's so controversial, kailangan bumalik si Attorney Vic.
Exactly. Kasi
Yes,
we have
much.
some viewers and listeners that wanted to ask this question. Kasi it just doesn't, pertain here in the US. Also, sa Pilipinas.
Pilipinas din.
Okay. So, ang topic natin today, Attorney Vic, is about divorce.
Divorce community property.
Yeah.
Correct.
Separate property.
Correct. Oo. Kasi, first is, pag-usapan muna natin yung divorce dito sa US. Okay.
Nako.
So, Attorney Vic, first and foremost, do you wanna go ahead and introduce yourself to our new viewers?
Good afternoon to the viewers. My name is Attorney Vic Osorio. I'm practicing here in the state of California, and I'm also a member of the Philippine Bar. I have a license to practice in the Philippines. And
Wow.
and my practice here I'm a general practitioner in estate planning, personal injury, family law and divorce, and personal injury.
Okay.
Dami.
Awesome. Dami pala. Okay. So, first question is, alam naman natin, may mga, mag-aasawa, they go through like hard times na talagang irreconcilable difference.
Okay.
And then they go through a divorce. And let's say, meron silang property. So, what's gonna happen kung halimbawa, yung mag-asawa hindi magkasundo? So, anong mangyayari sa property when they go through like a divorce?
So for instance, tanong ko lang ulit,
Okay.
more specific, kunyari, nagpakasal kami about 5 years ago, tapos bumili kami ng bahay, bumili kami ng properties. Ngayon, maghihiwalay na kami.
Okay.
So anong mangyayari doon sa mga properties? How do we deal with this as far as equally sharing or paano namin hatiin to or what are the steps, kumbaga ba?
Okay.
From the nutshell.
Yeah, kung for example, nag-file ka na ng divorce and then kailangan mag-usap kayo. Kasi pag hindi kayo nag-usap, ang mangyayari doon talagang it's either you really have to divide it to one half. One half to the husband, one half to the wife.
Ay, ganun ba yun? Like 50-50?
Yeah. For example, kasi the problem is yung kung for example is a residential property. Hindi mo naman pwedeng hatiin niya sa dalawa.
Correct. Kung di mo pwedeng hatiin yung bahay.
So ang mangyayari diyan is either mag-usap kayo na okay, sa akin yung bahay, then I'll buy back one half. O kaya ibenta natin yung property, paghatian natin.
Sa mga clients actually nang ginagawa nila para mas mabilis, binibenta na lang and then they'll
paghatian.
And then they go separate ways, di ba? Okay. So, Attorney Vic, I wanted to ask you, may mga iba kasi akong kliyente na let's say they got married 1 year ago lang.
Okay.
Tapos biglang nag-divorce. Yung misis hindi nagtrabaho.
Okay.
So, wala namang kinontribute sa mortgage.
Okay.
Lahat ng down payment at saka mortgage, yung mister ang nagbayad.
Okay.
So, anong mangyayari doon? Meron bang habol yung misis?
Yes, kasi let us say na yung property was acquired during marriage and then there's a rule in family law that property acquired during marriage is a community property. And on divorce and on that of one of the spouse, it shall be divided into equal portion.
Kahit hindi siya nag-down payment o nag-contribute sa mortgage?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as na yung yung source ng funds came from the salary or yung compensation.
Or business.
So,
Paano kung halimbawa may business yung mister?
so sa business, that's a complicated issue kasi
Partnership yan, kung may partnership. yung
kasi
business,
yung,
whatnot,
let us say, yung business na yun is, it was previously owned by one of the spouses. So,
Okay,
Diba?
yes, oo nga.
let's say, and then they got married. So, the business went into their marriage. Napunta sa ano. Ngayon,
Case by case pala.
yeah, yan, mahirap na, may litigation dyan.
May mahaba-haba.
Litigation yan. Kasi, basically kasi, ang idea dyan, as yung kapag ang property is na-acquire nyo through the effort of one of the spouses, one or either of the spouses, that's community property.
Okay.
Yan.
Paano naman kung halimbawa na yung mister mo, binata pa siya, may bahay na.
Okay.
So, siya may-ari ng bahay. Nakuha niya na yung bahay na yan. Tapos nag-asawa siya.
Yeah, bali sole and separate property ng lalaki.
Oo nga, sole and separate property
Tapos
as a
nag-asawa
single man. So, anong
Complicated issue na naman yan.
So, may habol ba?
Kasi, let us say, hindi pa tapos yung pagbabayad, no? Ng
Yes, oo.
bahay.
Correct.
And then, nag-asawa.
Correct.
Tapos, ikinontinue ngayon yung pagbabayad.
Okay.
So, merong dyan, may prorata.
Ay,
division.
pinoprorate pala division.
Tingnan mo
Ganun
na,
pala
let's
yun.
say na nag-asawa siya yung lalaki, pero yung babae talagang totally walang binibigay. Sole and separate property to napag-asawa niya itong babae or yung lalaki, and then what happens is that talaga naman nagko-continue pa rin yung
pagbabayad.
Yung pagbabayad, yung original owner pa rin, yung binata pa rin dati. So paano yun? So you're saying na no matter what, basta community property na dahil nagpakasal tayong dalawa.
Kasi ang mangyayari kasi diyan at parang may tinatawag na, for example, yung property ikinontinue sa yung pagbabayad ng wages out of the salary ng spouse.
Oo.
So yung yung interest, kumbaga nagkaroon ng community interest yung sa property.
Tama.
Di ba?
Paano naman kung halimbawa yung, let's say, yung binata gumawa ng prenup agreement. So, ano naman yun? How is that gonna come into play?
So yung prenuptial agreement, merong requirements ang batas natin eh.
Okay, ano mga requirements sa prenuptial agreement?
Kailangan yung prenuptial agreement din is dapat is written agreement.
Okay, and you need to consult an attorney to write
kailangan
it?
mo ng yan. So kailangan mo ng abogado diyan para maiwasan natin yung tinatawag na undue influence.
Undue influence?
Oo.
What is undue influence?
Kumbaga, in-influensya mo yung halimbawa, yung weaker party na ito ang magiging kasunduan natin na hindi ka yung salary ko is separate yan. Okay?
So very specific dapat yung prenup, no?
Okay, pero para bang di ba mag-i-strain sa relationship yun dahil nag-upisa pa lang kayong mag-date?
Wala ka ba tiwala sa akin? Ganun.
Ka-i-engage pa lang tapos
Actually,
ito prenup agreement na.
Normally yun ang talagang argument eh, di ba?
Di ba? Para bang mukhang pinaplano mo na divorce natin.
Oo nga.
actually yung mga
Paano ba yan?
Yung prenuptial agreement na yan, ginagamit yang, for example, is kung yung isang party talagang established na siya.
Oo, meron na siyang mga
May property
mga
na
assets
talaga
siya, oo.
May mga assets na everything.
mayaman.
Oo. Ito,
Mahal ba? Attorney, magpa-prenuptial agreement? Mga magkano cost kaya niyan?
Hindi ako gumagawa ng prenuptial.
Okay, but
ang ginagawa ko lang divorce.
Yeah. But can it be just a regular letter like
no.
No.
Talagang
it has to be done
parang
legally.
Prenuptial. Talagang agreement yan. Tapos
Agreement talaga.
talagang yan, meron pang diyan meron pang, for example, yung isang party is not represented by counsel. Kailangan meron dong probation na within 7 days from the time of the agreement, kailangan ibigay mo yan dun sa para pag-aralan.
Ganun pala yan.
Ito at Elizabeth and Tony Vic, napakadami kong kliyente. Siguro I would say probably bilang ko mga may 5 na. So ganito, mag-asawa sila dati. Okay. Ngayon, bibili na yung babae ng bahay. Yung asawa, MIA, missing in action. For the last 3 years.
Dear. Di ba may kliyente tayong ganyan?
Ano nangyari?
MIA nga. Talagang as in talagang umuwi na ng Pilipinas, hindi na alam kung ano nangyari.
Hindi na malaman paano yun.
Kasal pa sila ngayon.
Paano yun, attorney?
So, MIA nga
okay.
Talagang.
Missing in action.
Buhay pa, dead man na
Okay. So, pinag-uusapan natin yan. So, ito lang yung so, this is for general information lang.
Tama, oo.
So, it's case by case.
So, itong pag-uusap natin ito na yung opinion ko based on the law is it is general for general purpose, general information only. It is not to be considered as a
legal advice.
Okay?
Advice.
Yep.
Pero yun nga, so paano yun? What would be, like I said, encountered a couple of clients, MIA yung asawa, gusto nilang bumili ng bahay ngayon.
Okay.
So, hindi ko alam kung sino yung asawa ko. So, what would be, like...
Pwede siya bumili, pero yun nga lang may habol yung asawa niyang missing in action.
Kasi kailangan mag-quick claim yung MIA na asawa Kasi you cannot, by law, dito sa California, kailangan
kaya nga, di ba generally,
wala bang season dyan? Kung baga ba, in 3 years, kung di na nagpakita yung asawa mo, automatic na
as long, kasi we have to follow the rules. Rules na when the property is acquired through the joint effort of either or both of the spouses, and then they were resident of the state of California. So the rule is the property is community.
Hindi nga, in this case, ito nga.
Hindi community kasi nga, missing in action.
MIA nga, wala pang bahay Basically, yung babae, gustong bumili ng bahay.
Okay.
Kaso yung asawa, kasal pa rin sila.
Yeah.
MIA na yung lalaki for 5 years na. Iba pa nga 10 years na Hindi na sila nakikita, nasa Pilipinas na.
Baka nagano na doon, namundok na.
Baka meron ng ibang pamilya, kung gano'n, di ba? Very sticky, very...
Paano ba yun?
So hypothetical lang, Hypothetical lang, hypothetical lang to. Let us say, bago siya bumili ng bahay, kung alam niyang kasal siya, edi mag-divorce muna siya. Mag-file siya ng divorce.
I-divorce niya na. Oo. Yeah, speaking of divorce, let's say gusto mong mag-divorce yung asawa mo nasa Pilipinas. Missing in action. So, how long does it take to go through the process? Tapos halimbawa, hindi mo mahanap yung mister mo.
Bago i-grant yung judge sa'yo yung divorce.
Ano bang waiting period?
Hypothetical yan hypothetical. So, let us say, you're married. Tapos, for the last 3 years, hindi mo na siya nakita, So, mag-file ka ng divorce. Ang magiging problema niya kung hindi mo alam yung whereabouts ng asawa mo.
Paano mo masaserve yung
mag-file ka ng publication?
Yeah. And how long would that take?
Actually, ang publication, once na may publish yan is 3 consecutive every week for 3 consecutive weeks.
3 consecutive weeks. Tapos kung talagang walang sagot or whatever, so how long is the process?
So,
mga 6 months, 1 year?
So, halimbawa, sabihin natin na that, yung asawa niya, hypothetical, nasa Pilipinas, So, magpapapublish siya sa Pilipinas.
And 3 weeks yun sa Pilipinas.
Tapos, after ma-publish yun sa, yung periodico or dyaryo ng general circulation,
Pag wala pa rin,
Hindi, kailangan lang ng kailangan lang ng certification of publication.
Okay, gotcha, okay.
Tapos, balik ka sa korte. O halimbawa, dito sa California yan, proof of service na yun. Okay?
Na you done due diligence and effort to actually, na ipaalam mo sa dati mong asawa
Yan,
na
guys.
dinidivorce mo na siya.
So, may mga sitwasyon kayong ganyan.
Okay.
Attorney Vic.
So, Attorney Vic, ito naman ang question ko. So, let's say, kinasal kayo sa Pilipinas, tapos nag-immigrate kayo dito sa Amerika.
Okay.
Tapos, di nag-divorce kayo. So, alam naman natin sa Pilipinas, hindi, wala pa ring divorce.
Okay.
So, paano yun? Sa Pilipinas, you're still considered married?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Paano kung may ari-arian kayo sa Pilipinas? Ganun din. Hindi nyo pwedeng
Oo nga.
paghatian.
Kasi doon sa Pilipinas, consider pa rin na married kayo.
So, complicated yan kasi, for example, dito kayo nag-divorce, and then, you have to declare lahat ng property nyo. No?
Okay?
So, yung property na yon, considered yun, tinatawag na quasi-community.
Wasay.
Quasi-community. And then, ang magiging problema lang nun is, yung pag nagkaroon ng judgment, is paano i-recognize ng Pilipinas yung divorce.
Kasi iba yung law dun eh.
Oo.
Iba yung law dun eh. Oo.
So, hindi nila i-recognize.
Hindi nila i-recognize yun, pero meron ka pang remedy, may remedy doon. I don't know kung halimbawa mag-file ka ng petition for recognition of a foreign judgment. Yun.
Pero again, hindi yun. Hindi guaranteed.
Hindi ko lang guarantee kasi hindi ko pa natatry.
Correct. And again, iba ang batas sa
Saka
Pilipinas at saka sa
isa pa sa ang problema doon is baka yung court dito sasabihin na wala kaming jurisdiction dito sa sa property na to.
Oo. Yung sa Pilipinas.
Tama.
Oh, so hindi ko pa rin kasi hindi ko pa rin natry.
Very complicated.
Correct. Complicated niya.
Complicated siya.
Iba kasi ang law eh. Iba ang rules of
Yeah.
law.
Hindi kasi ang inaano ko naman, let's say, okay, di nag-divorce na kayo dito sa Amerika, di ba? Naghatian na ng property. May property kayo sa Pilipinas, tapos namatay yung mister. Di ba may karapatan pa rin na makakuha ng ng mana yung asawa niya kasi recognized pa rin as spouse.
Technically sa Pilipinas, di ba?
Yeah, kasi kapag if they died, ang tawag doon, anong tawag sa proseso na yun kapag namatay sila, tapos they have to distribute assets? Nakalimutan ko na yung tawag niya, para ma-transfer yung title interstate or something like that.
Ayun sinasabi interstate. Pero dito kasi sa State of California kasi, kapag halimbawa yung property ng mag-asawa is let us say community property yan at walang wills, no?
Correct.
Yung portion na one-half that belongs to the deceased spouse, automatically mapupunta yun dun sa
Surviving spouse. Oo, pero paano naman sa Pilipinas?
Sa Pilipinas.
We're talking about
na sila dun eh.
Oo nga, nag-divorce na dito sa Amerika.
So legally dito okay na sila pero may property pa sa Pilipinas, mag-asawa
So may meron pa ring mamanahin yung asawa niya kasi nga they won't recognize the divorce.
So siguro
Diba?
magpa-file ka ng magpa-file ka ng petition doon.
Pa-file ka ng petition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dito kasi
Pero mahirap yun kasi namatay na nga yung mister.
dito kasi sa yung probate code kasi sa California, pag community property yan at saka napunta dun sa surviving spouse, hindi siya pinoprobate.
Correct. Oo, kasi
Hindi siya
automatic
pinoprobate.
kasi nasa
Hindi pa rin. Magpa-file ka ng petition for parang spousal petition siya.
Kahit wala ka sa title,
Oo. Basta
ipakita mo na
basta
asawa ka.
mapatunayan mo na siya, community property at asawa siya.
Oo, whether ganun pa lang community property, whether nasa title ka o wala, you will get half.
I believe dito sa California, attorney, after I'm not mistaken, after 7 years yata pagka parang
yung presumptive?
Oo.
Presumptive.
Ano yung 7 years na yan, Alvin?
Kailangan, if the property, kunyari wala ka sa title, mag-asawa na kayo, di ba? You're not entitled whatsoever, pero after 7 years, kung sa inyo na yung property pa rin, or automatic,
Oh, okay.
community
Yeah. I
property.
wanted to ask that kasi 'di ba uso-uso dito yung live-in na tinatawag. So, what makes you na meron kang karapatan sa property na 'yan? Kung nagli-live-in na kayo, pero wala siya sa title. Paano
hindi
yan?
pa kasal, ha?
Live-in, no?
Oo,
Live-in lang.
Live-in lang.
Live-in lang.
How is that work?
Siguro,
Will
kung meron silang pinag-usapan, yun siguro ang yun siguro mag-govern,
alam mo
no?
naman ngayon, mga tao, minsan hindi na rin sila naniniwala sa kasal.
Correct. Oo nga. Wala nang
Wala nang
legality.
papers lang yan.
No.
Parang sinasabi, usong-uso rin yan.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, pag sitwasyon niyo yan, talk to Attorney Vic.
Yes, oo nga.
Pag-aaralan natin yung mga live-in na yan.
And definitely, it's a case by case.
Case by
Okay,
case.
attorney naman, ito naman ang tanong ko. So, let's say, yung lalaki may asawa at pamilya sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
O, tapos, pumunta ng Amerika.
Okay.
Nag-TNT, nag-asawa ulit.
Okay.
So, paano yun? Pwede ba yun? Hindi ba makakasuhan ng bigamy yan?
Okay. Ang ano kasi,
Kasi nga nag-TNT
Okay.
para makastay, kailangan
So, anong tanong mo?
Ang tanong ko is, kapag sa Amerika ba, ang asawa ko si Ana, pag sa Pilipinas, asawa ko si Georgina. Is that how it works?
Parang
Paano yun?
napilitan lang magpakasal itong isa kasi nga TNT dito.
Yes,
Okay.
paano ba
Oo,
yan?
I mean,
Sino ba talagang i-recognize?
Dapat kasi humingi mo ng advice yun. Oo.
So,
Bago nagpakasal.
Okay, so remember, they're under different jurisdiction.
Okay.
Ano ba, pwede ka bang kasuhan ng bigamy? Ano ba yan?
Dito sa sa Pilipinas,
Pwede,
definitely,
Hindi.
definitely kasi ang criminal law kasi is territorial.
Territorial. So, what does that mean when you say
Meaning to say,
territorial?
kasi ang bawat jurisdiction, they have the power and authority to make an act criminal. So, if the act is, for example, let us say bigamy is a criminal act in the Philippines.
Okay,
And then-
bigamy, when you can we explain it to our viewers? Bigamy is like 2 beses kang nagpakasal.
Yeah,
Dalawang spouse
you contract another marriage while a previous marriage is still existing.
Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin ng bigamy. Okay.
Okay. So, since ang criminal criminal law is territorial, ibig sabihin kung sino yung sovereign na nag-define ng criminal act na yon, kung doon yun sa territory na yon na-commit,
Oo.
that is a criminal act. They have the power to punish the
Okay.
Okay.
Dahil nga hindi niya sa Pilipinas ginawa, sa Amerika.
sa Amerika.
So, it won't apply
So, hindi siya nag-commit ng bigamy
sa Pilipinas.
sa Pilipinas kasi dito niya kinomit eh.
Correct.
Hindi niya naman na-commit sa Pilipinas yung second marriage. But the problem is yung sinasabi mo Pilipino na pumunta sa Amerika, yung kanyang status is married. Okay, hindi pa naman na annul or na-declare as null and void yung marriage. Dito siya magkakaroon ng problema.
Kaya kailangan, anong gagawin niya? Kailangan niyang i-divorce muna yung nasa
So,
Pilipinas.
dapat ang gawin niya muna is, bago siya nag-asawa dito, is nag-file muna siya ng divorce dito sa Amerika.
Oh, ganun pala. Okay, so kung plano ninyo magpakasal dito sa Amerika, i-divorce muna
I-divorce
pala
niya
sa
muna
Pilipinas. Para malinis.
Para malinis at saka walang problema.
Walang sabit.
Ang dami.
Pero remember, okay, so here's the thing. Yes, divorce ka dito sa US. Pero pag umuwi ka ng Pilipinas, kasal ka pa rin dun sa taong yun.
Yes,
dahil
oo.
walang divorce.
Walang divorce sa Pilipinas.
Oh, okay. Ganun pala yun.
Yeah, oo.
So, that will kind of give you an idea.
Saka, syempre, dito sa state of California, may divorce, di ba?
Correct.
So, pwede, basta makomply mo lang yung residence requirement. For example, dito sa California, you have to stay here for 6 months. After 6 months, pwede ka na mag-file divorce.
Oh, kailangan mo lang magstay sa California ng 6 months.
6 months para makapag-file
ka ng divorce. Oh. Naku, ang dami nating natututunan, Alvin. Alam mo, marami kasing gumagawa nito. Hindi ko alam ang mga palusot-lusot.
Kaya kaya lang yung parang, so this is a general information na
correct, oo.
Huwag kayong, kung kasal kayo sa Pilipinas at gusto nyong magpakasal dito, kailangan mag-file muna kayo ng divorce para
palinis at walang sabi. But again, just like what you said, Attorney Vic, divorce ka lang dito sa California or sa US. Pag umuwi ka ng Pilipinas, yung pa rin ang asawa mo rin. Kasi remember, walang divorce sa Pilipinas.
Different law kasi.
Correct.
Meron lang akong parang situation na, for example, is let's say nag-divorce ka, nagpakasal ka sa isang US citizen, tapos naging permanent resident ka, and then after 3 years, nag-apply ka ng nag-apply ka ng US citizenship, naging US citizen ka, tapos so US citizen ka na, no? Okay. So pwede ka mag-try ng mag-try na mag-file ng petition sa court para, kasi sabi mo you are no longer a Filipino citizen, and then you're already a US citizen, and then maybe you can try to file a petition to recognize your divorce. Para and then para manalify na yung marriage mo.
Manalify sa
Pero
Pilipinas.
hindi ko pa natatryan.
Okay. It could be a possibility.
Yeah, possibility, pero I'm not sure kung mag-grant.
Correct.
Paano kung sakali, alam naman natin, okay, citizen na ako rito, kunyari ako yung nagpakasal, di ba dito? Okay? And then may asawa pa ako sa Pilipinas, by the eyes of laws of the Philippines, married pa rin ako.
Okay.
Pwede ko bang i-petition yung kung sakasakali, yung mga bata, yung mga anak ko?
Yes, pwede.
Yung anak mo, yes.
Yeah, pwede.
Pero hindi yung asawa.
Pwede yun. Pwede yun.
Tanong lang.
Oo nga, oo.
Anak
mo pa rin yun di ba?
Pwede yun.
Pwede pa rin, di ba?
Pwede mong, kasi, alam mo, naging US citizen ka na, no? So, talagang may relationship kayo dun
anak oo.
Son and daughter yan
Yes,
diba?
correct.
Pwede mo mag-file ng petition tapos let them immigrate here.
Correct.
Pwede pala yun. Okay.
Marami pa akong gustong tanong pero
I mean, pero the thing is, at least, our listeners and viewers are learning a lot, about divorce dito sa US at saka sa Pilipinas, diba? Kasi, it's, tulad nga ng sinabi ni Attorney Vic, it's by jurisdiction, diba? So, anyway, do you have any other questions or is there anything else that you wanted to add na pwede nating ibigay na tips o i-share sa ating mga listeners and viewers, Attorney Vic?
Siguro yung yung we just have to consider yung pag may community property, meron din separate property.
Okay, so tell us about yung separate property.
Yung separate property, at the time of divorce or at the time of death, that property will belong to the spouse who owned that separate property. Walang right yung other spouse to to have a portion of that separate property. Okay? So yun lang.
So paki-explain. So let's say for example binata ako, right? Tapos nag-asawa ako. I owned that property for 10 years.
Okay.
Tapos nag-asawa ako. So but I owned that property for 10 years. So pag namatay ako, kanino yung property na yun?
Separate property yun. So
separate. Paano kung halimbawa 10 years I own it, the binata ako for 10 years. Tapos nag-asawa ako for another 10 years, namatay ako on the 20th year. So, sinong may-ari ng property?
As long as na walang contribution yung
When you say contribution, like walang perang binigay as a mortgage, wala siyang trabaho.
For example, nag-asawa ka, bayad na yon. Kung bayad na yon, separate property na yun.
Oo, kung bayad na. Pero paano kung may mortgage pa siya?
So, magkakaroon ng interest yung yung community.
Oh, okay.
So, parang pro rata. It's
pwede
either...
i-prorate.
Oo, it's either yung kung halimbawa community property nag-contribute dun sa separate property ng ng
Lalaki,
spouse.
spouse.
Merong may interest ang community property. Okay? So ang mangyayari doon is yung property na yon merong separate, merong community.
Ganun pala.
Oo.
Tapos pwede pala siyang i-prorate.
Yeah. Kasi yung kasing halimbawa nagbabayad yung lalaki out of his salary. Yung salary kasi community property na yun nung once na mag-asawa ka.
Na kayo, tama. Oo.
So ibig sabihin nag-contribute yung community property dun sa separate property ng ng lalaki.
That's good to know.
Malakas pala ang community property rules, no?
Yes, oo. Pero kung gusto mong maiwasan, kailangan mo talaga mag-prenuptial agreement. Yes.
Yan guys, don't forget, okay? Kung meron kayong mga gustong i-prenup dyan, gawin nyo na.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Be safe.
but anyway, I mean, thank you so much
Thank
for, for coming here today, and we learned a lot, di ba, Alvin?
Of course, and I'm sure we're gonna have him back again kasi marami pa tayong gustong tanongin. But
Yes.
our time is short, so
Yes, and if you need, legal consultation, just don't forget to contact Attorney Vic for your one-on-one case-by-case
Correct.
scenario. So anyway, thank you for coming here today for our episode 9 of Bahay Pinoy sa
Please
Tate.
follow us, subscribe, and if you have any topics that you want to talk about, send it through.
Yay! Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Alright.